Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is well. Good to see everybody. Let's see who we got in here. I think I got music playing on accident. Sorry about that. Hello. Um, Tennessee Southern. Hello. Hey, Shorty. White Widow Baby. Charmin. Good to see you. Mama Lou, Chris, Shuby Mom, Nikita, Half Full, For Lightly, Jebra, Tracy, Tara, hello, hey Iris, Half Full. Hope everybody is good. So today we are going to be talking about another case. Is it loud? I have the air on. Can you tell me if it's loud? If it's too loud, I'll turn it off. So just please let me know if it's loud or not. We're going to be talking about another case that is very similar, uh, in my opinion at least, with the Summer Wells case. It was a case. Okay. Thank you, Ro. Thank you so much. It was a case that was very similar. Um, the closest thing that I've been able to find, at least, pertaining to the Summer Wells case. Unfortunately, it's been about 13 years. Um, oh, Angel. You got to email me, love. We got to talk, okay? Email me or call me, okay? Um, I like the talks too fast with myself, personally. But that's just me. Hope you're okay, though. If you need anything, I'm here for you, dear. Um, it's a case that's very similar. Unfortunately, she hasn't been found. Her name is Haleigh Cummings, and we'll discuss that. We're also going to be discussing again about the Alabama shenanigans that is going on um, with the capital murder inmate and the his correctional officer. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah. And then we are there is a case that I found that a 14-year-old raped. I don't know if I can say that word. I don't think I can. The R word. Uh, a woman stabbed her in front of her daughter. A 14-year-old. Who does that? It's crazy to say the very least. But pertaining to the Alabama case, they are thinking that these people are armed and very dangerous, possibly in disguise. They have put out some photos of could, um, what possibly they could look like. So we'll talk over that as well. First, I want to show you um, a video pertaining. Oh, thank you, White Widow baby. Thank you, my love. You're very kind. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it tremendously. Um, we're gonna show you about that, and Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. So we talk about that. So let's just go ahead and get started. And this is Haleigh Cummings. And I think it's very, similar. It's the most similar case that I have found, in my opinion, to Summer Wells.
It seemed unfathomable. A 5-year-old snatched from bed in the small rural town of Satsuma. This was the last person to see the little girl. Her father's girlfriend, Misty Crosland, tearfully recounts waking up to find the back door of their home wide open and Haleigh Cummings gone. Her father was working a midnight shift.
We're asking for the public's help.
John Merchant was the detective in charge of the Haleigh Cummings case for the Putnam County Sheriff's Office in 2009.
I sit here today telling you Haleigh was not abducted by a stranger.
He's now retired. He believes Misty could solve the mystery.
She knows where the little girl is. I do believe that.
So does Robert Mathis, who also worked the case for the state attorney's office.
Because the story didn't make any sense.
Now they're going back, and this is several years later, but they will tell you what happened to Haleigh Cummings in their view. This was a huge case, like 13 years ago or so. Haleigh would be, I think, 19 now.
Misty had told them she was in bed sleeping right next to Haleigh and Haleigh's little brother when the kindergartner disappeared.
This child is 5 years old. She's verbal. She's active. Someone's not going to come in there in the middle of the night and grab the child and nobody wake up.
And there was something else, too. There were no signs anyone had forced their way into the home.
And then, of course, we got very quickly into Misty Crosland's background.
Robert Hardwick worked alongside Mathis and Merchant. All three say they do not believe the 5-year-old was taken by someone. They think she died accidentally hours after her father left for work.
I think that somebody gave the child some drugs, or the child got some drugs.
Okay. Now, pertaining to the Summer Wells case, we don't have any physical evidence that we are aware of. We have no evidence of anyone coming in the house. There has also been rumor that, or theory rather, that Summer Wells may have gotten in some pills from Grandis or something from the hippie house or something to that effect. So you can see how the similarities in these cases, in these two cases already.
Accidentally, and she died. And people panicked and had to get rid of the body.
We've learned that Haleigh was seen at a party in Palatka, miles away from her Satsuma home, hours before she was reported missing.
There was some information that came in that she got a hold of a pill or some type of a narcotic at that party and passed away from it. And then, the body was dumped. But there's no verification of that. There were so many people that were claimed to have been at this party, that claimed to have knowledge of this party, claimed to be involved in the disappearance. To this day, none of it is 100% verified. We actually went into an area just southwest of Palatka and drained a pond where, somebody had said that she left this party in the trunk of a car and was put into this pond. We drained the pond and there's no Haleigh.
No body, no physical evidence, and unverified information was not enough to prove in court what these three believe happened to Haleigh Cummings.
So there is, they searched and they searched. Thank you, Kimmy Jean. You're very kind. They have searched and they have searched for Haleigh Cummings. They are still searching to this day. If they get a tip, they still check. But we still don't know where Haleigh is today. They do believe that this is accident, just the way I think I'm safe to say this, that most believe, not most, maybe half, I'll just say half believe that there was an accident of some sort pertaining to Summer Wells. You know, a lot of times, I guess, especially, more, I guess, rough around the edge parents, you could say, um, maybe even any parent, I don't know, but uh, they panic and they think they're going to get blamed if there was an accident. And even if it was an accident of, of partially your fault, you call, do the right thing, and you're not going to get in as much trouble if you are just transparent with police and not make them have to work harder and spend more tax dollars. Trust me, they'll go easier on you than if you just, make them lie to them and have them to go through mountains and mountains of things. It's possible, even, I was thinking, um, it's possible even Grandis, if she, say for instance, she was getting her pills or something, what if Don, you know, left early that day because he knew Grandis had pain pills or something, I mean, there's just so many different things that could have happened. But this case really makes me worry about Summer's case. We got to stay positive, but it really does make me worry.
They couldn't charge anyone, and the case went cold. Until months later, a break. Misty Crosland was arrested on drug trafficking charges.
I told myself that day, let's get ready. Today's the day. We're going to recover Haleigh tonight.
Merchant thought for sure if she had any information, she would talk. The 17-year-old was facing a 25-year sentence if convicted.
An interview was conducted with some FDLE agents and Misty, and she gave some indication of the involvement of her brother and Joe Overstreet, her cousin Joe Overstreet, and that she had knowledge that Haleigh was dumped in the water at the Shell Harbor boat ramp, and even described a bag, even described a concrete block, even described a rope.
Hank Crosland, Misty's brother, and Joe Overstreet had always denied any involvement. But investigators rushed to that boat ramp 500 yards from where Haleigh vanished.
There was nothing turned up.
Nothing. No sign of Haleigh. As Misty was being driven back to jail that day in April 2010, Hardwick says he'll never forget what she told them.
She's like, never mind, I'm not telling the truth. I mean, I didn't get it.
To this day, the investigators believe Misty Crosland holds the answers to.
So Misty, oh, I'm sorry, there was probably an echo. I apologize. So Misty, she is the stepmother of little Haleigh, and everyone thinks that she holds the answers. Hold on one second. Sorry, kiddo. But so yeah, so the stepmother, they really think that she holds all the answers. It could be in the same case with Summer Wells. One parent could hold the answers, one may not know. But that could or could not be. Personally, I think with Don and Candace, one may have been more directly involved and the other one helped cover things up. May or may not be. That's just my opinion.
To this little girl's whereabouts.
to say that you're there, that you witnessed something, and your original account is you woke up in the middle of the night and Haleigh's missing, and then now you're saying, well, I watched my brother and Joe Overstreet take her out of the house. That's confessing that you didn't tell the truth the first time and that you do have knowledge of what happened.
That is exactly right. She kept playing with the police, just the same as Don and Candace, in my opinion, have kept playing with these shenanigans over and over again, playing games. This is a big game to them. It's a big game to a lot of people, but this should not be a big game. This is a child's life. This is a human being. This is not a game. It shouldn't be a game for Don or Candace. It shouldn't be a game for anyone. It shouldn't be a game for a YouTuber. It should not be a game. This is a child's life. Plain and simple. There is no time for games when a child is missing. No time.
Misty Crosland never gave investigators any more information about Haleigh Cummings. She is currently serving a 25-year sentence for trafficking in prescription medications at Lowell Correctional Institution in Ocala, Florida. I wrote her last month requesting an interview. Here's how she responded. In part, it reads, "I want to know and get to the bottom of it."
So these people are criminal. Criminals, repeat criminals, cannot help but to stay in trouble. This is their MO. This is what they live by every single day. Chaos is their middle name. So just like with Don, a career criminal, just like with Candace, a career criminal. Obviously Candace hasn't been in jail as much as Don, but these people can't stay out of trouble. And, so she got 25 years for, I believe, drug trafficking, which is, a long period of time. There's people who stay in jail less than 25 years for murder. Right? And so this was a statement she gave.
This just as much, if not more, than the community. I love Haleigh and wish desperately for any advancement and safe return of her back to the family. She denied having anything to do with Haleigh's disappearance again to me. I've not heard from her since then, but of course we'll keep everyone posted.
Jen, if, as this detective said, Misty Crosland has given, in effect, a confession, why no charges?
So frustrating. It's exactly what I kept asking him as well. And the reality is that all of the investigators told me the same thing. And that is that she has told them a different story so often that just an alleged confession that she then later rescinded is simply not enough to prove that she did anything criminally wrong. And her brother and cousin deny what she accused them of doing. We don't even have any idea if they even attended the party that she was reportedly seen at. And so as a result, no body, no physical evidence, no case.
So many questions. What about Haleigh's family?
Yeah.
They refuse to believe that this little girl is not coming home. They refuse. Without a body, they believe she's alive, and they believe she's going to come home one day. She would be 15 years old today. 15. And we hope she comes home. We hope.
Just like Don and Candace, it's a game. It's a game. And just like Don and Candace, when it comes to Haleigh Cummings' stepmother, she has gave multiple stories. And these people want to create confusion. They want to confuse the hell out of all of us. And a lot of people take the bait. A lot of people take the bait. Jackie, actually, she would be 19 now. This is an older video. But, you know, I get why the police, you know, can't charge, you know, Haleigh's, specifically the stepmother, because they don't have a body. With Summer's case, we do not have a body, right? We don't have a physical crime that we know of, at least to outsiders, right? With Summers. Same thing with um, you know, Haleigh's, and it's just one of those things that we just have to keep focused, guys. Keep focused and don't get sucked into the drama and everything else. Oh, thank you so much, Vet Girl. You're always so kind to me. Thank you. Keep moving forward, Justice. This little girl deserves it. I couldn't agree more, Vet Girl. Thank you. And thank you for being so good to the community. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Keep the faith. Absolutely. And there we have a little bit of an updated video as well, and then we'll discuss some more about Miss Haleigh. God bless her soul. This is her family. You know, they still, I believe, even today, refuse to think that she's gone. So many years later. It's missing for 22. Wow, Gail. You know, there's, oh, and Muscles and Mascara. I just saw your comment a minute ago. She's been putting up flyers in Rogersville, right? Been putting up flyers forever in Rogersville, and they keep getting taken down. Oh, thank you, Versi. Thank you so much, honey, for your super sticker. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart, really, from all of you. Thank you all for being here. And, you know, who is taking these down? You know, Dolly Vision is in Hawkins County right now. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but earlier I don't think that he has seen. Yeah, that's what Dolly said about the flyers. Exactly, Amy. I do not think that Dolly has saw one flyer. One flyer. Thank you, Sandy. Who takes flyers down about a missing child? Exactly. She says she even asked before hanging them up too. Muscles and Mascara is a very good person for the true crime community, but she's also good for her community, which she is from Tennessee, and she's been putting up flyers, you know, her own time, her own money, doing this, and they've been taken down. Amy, and yes, Dolly got a bad vibe. And that's what I always tell people. Like, I've been to Ben Hill Road. Whenever you are there, it's different. And I can't explain it to you. Thank you, Miss Enigma. But I can say that there is nobody who took that baby off of that hill. No stranger, at least. That has to be someone who lives on Ben Hill Road or someone who has been on Ben Hill Road or someone who has taken this baby away. I pray to God with every fiber of my being that we find Summer Wells and that justice finally comes to her. Haleigh Cummings would be 19 years old today. Not today as in her birthday, but she would be 19 years old. Yeah. This family has been waiting forever. Just forever. And it's like, how do you know, deal with this? You know what I mean?
Given a massive search for the kindergarten at the time. She's been missing ever since.
All right, look how they've been searching for this baby forever.
Cummings disappeared in the middle of the night from her Putnam County bed. She was just 5 years old at the time. She's been missing ever since. For those of you who followed this massive search for the kindergarten in February 2009, it is probably hard to believe that Haleigh would be 18 years old today. It's her birthday. Even after all these years, her family has never given up hope that she will come home someday.
Yeah, 18, graduating, prom, all the things we should have got to see, but didn't.
For Haleigh Cummings' grandmother, the pain of her disappearance gets worse with each year she's gone.
I know she's grown up, but I don't know. You know, how tall is she? What color is her hair? It's hard to think that you don't even know what your grandchild looks like. But I always see her happy because she was always happy.
Opinion, this is what a real grandmother does. This is what a real parent does. This is the emotions that they show. As they say, you can't fake a runny nose. Yes. This is what a grandmother, this is exactly what grandmas and family members are supposed to do. You know, exactly, Tara. Exactly. Thank you for smashing the like button. If you guys haven't, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It helps me out more than you know. Thank you guys. You know, and look at that beautiful face. Look at that beautiful face. You know, the family still have hope that she's alive, even this many years later. Maybe it's too hard for them to think of anything else, whatever works to get them through their day. Thank you, Enigma. But you don't see Grandis up there crying like this. And this has been 14 years later. You know what I mean? Yes, just Sherry. That's exactly right. Bingo. She would be pounding the pavement. And that's what real love does. You know, you'll bankrupt heaven and hell for your kid, right? Just to find them. And then you have Candace playing Monopoly while they're searching for her 5-year-old daughter. 6 now, but It's just unbelievable. And she hasn't even been missing a year. And this grandmother has been waiting 14 years. And look at the pain that's still with her every day.
You got a backpack full of goodies, didn't you? Haleigh Cummings lived in Satsuma with her father, Ronald, and her younger brother, Junior. At the time she was last seen, her dad's girlfriend, Misty Crosland, was babysitting the children while their father worked the midnight shift. She said Haleigh disappeared from bed. Haleigh did.
Now that's what Haleigh slept on, right there. I mean, at least it was a clean mattress. Summer didn't have that. But she slept on the floor on a mattress. This was her bed. This was Haleigh's bed. And if you like right over here is where Haleigh's, I believe Haleigh's stepmom, and dad's mattress was. Very odd, but yep, I see you. You are exactly right. Candace sold Summer's her 4-year-old birthday toys before she even turned 5. And they were really nice toys. I don't know if someone gave them money to get it. I don't know. She got them at a yard sale. It doesn't matter. But Candace, and I actually have the screenshot somewhere, put them on Facebook yard sale. Who sells, their kids' toys? Like, I get it if they're grown up and they're, you need to get rid of toys or whatever. That's different. But not like this. You lived in Florida, Bonnie. It's terrible.
Disappeared from bed. Her great grandmother has never forgotten that night. The call from Ronald.
Somebody stole my child.
His voice screaming at me, somebody stole my daughter. Somebody stole my daughter. My daughter's gone. I need you here. And I started walking up and down the road looking and calling her, hoping that she would answer me. Because surely, nobody didn't take her. I couldn't believe it. That somebody took her. I mean, she had to be there somewhere. But she wasn't. She was gone.
She was in her pajamas. We were sleeping.
Okay. All right. You said your back door was wide open?
Yeah, it was brick. Like a brick almost. Like,
now, they released the 911 call with Haleigh. They have never ever released the 911 call to Don and Candace Wells pertaining to the Summer Wells case. They have never released that call. There has to be something very important in that call. Otherwise, you could FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, it and get it. But they will not release that. So there has to be a very important piece of something. Yes, I can slow it down. There has to be something very important. Usually the 911 call is released nearly immediately. Thank you, Miss Enigma. Oh my God, she sold them. From now on, I'm no longer shocked. I'm just going to say that's Candace doing Candace. You're absolutely right, Enigma. You are absolutely right. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Very much so. Yes, and the grand jury did convene. They can still be looking over things. We don't know. We just don't know. When it came to the Cal City boys, the West boys, um, the grand jury convened, and within like a week or two, they had, the parents arrested. Every case is different. Everything is different, but um, it took a long time for them to be arrested. I think from the get-go, most people thought they were guilty from the very first time they saw the that interview with the West parents, right? Oh, thank you so much, Single Mama, for word here today. I'm local. That Dead Prut is related to someone who, Detective Prut, is related to someone who might be involved in Summer's case. Really? In my opinion, guys, this case, Summer Wells case, is going to be so much bigger than we ever thought. Now, it may be indirectly bigger when I say that. There may be other avenues that opened up a can of worms, and that could be potentially why people do not want her found. Because, people start rolling on each other, trying to get out of trouble, that kind of thing. And I really believe, in my opinion, from Dawn running drugs, working for people, I think there's going to be a lot of things that come out in this case. That's my opinion. But I really believe that. I'll just say that. Yes, I found that out, and about that, it's her uncle. Oh, wow. So, we just have to be ready for that. And, this may be why it is taking longer. Maybe that they started tracking these people down and learning that, crap, there's a lot of criminals in this. Yeah, I know, Fluffy. I know, Fluffy. I agree. Have you watched the video from ATS News named Summerwell's Case Files? Suspect C. Bly. No, I haven't. I see you. Could you note that down so we can remember that? If you don't mind, please, dear. That's I do want to. I think you are absolutely right, Grits. I think there's a lot of skeletons buried, and I think that there's going to be. We're going to have to grab the old SHIT handle, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you so much, Brenda, for your super sticker. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your generosity. I do appreciate it. Hey, Lupus, good to see you. Kate, you not sharing dinner? Come on. I'm just kidding. But there is a lot of rabbit holes that you can go down in this case, and you just got to look around. That's all I'm going to say. Just look around, people. So let's watch this 911 call.
I went to sleep, but I was not like that.
Misty Crosland said when she went to bed that night and this
is the one the bed I was talking about. Yes, they are deep. You know, I mean, you have to at least give it to them that the house is clean, right? They may not have a lot, but at least the house is clean. You know, they're not in a dungeon. I want to know who is taking care of the dogs too. So a couple weeks ago, it was stated there was 7 dogs on the property. Dolly was there, and there's only 2 now, and they are being fed. Candace and Grandis gone. It's very interesting. Yes, did someone go get the dogs? Was just all the dogs not down at the road at the time? Some of them, more of them die. Who knows? You know. Dolly said that the mailbox was absolutely full. So I would assume to think that if Candace or Grandis went there to feed the dogs, they would check the mail too, right? So if anybody's feeding them, it's probably not Candace or Grandis, in my opinion. But maybe it's one of the neighbors. You know, I wouldn't give Candace, Grandis, or Dawn should not take care of any living thing. In my opinion, you know, grass shouldn't even live underneath their feet, but that's my opinion. Yes, the Humane Society said that they are, but I can't imagine, and respectfully, I can't imagine that the Humane Society going out there every single day, because it is such a far drive out there every single day with their limited resources. Now, maybe they give the neighbors dog food and the neighbors feed them. You know, I don't know, but not especially a plant either. Yes, nothing. Nothing. I agree. But going back to this bed, you know, this is where this little child slept. And this is where the parents slept with the burgundy sheets. You know, it's kind of similar, but it's kind of not, pertaining to the Summer Wells case. Yeah, they slept very close to each other in a dungeon, with all of the kids and everything, but at least the place is clean.
bedroom, Haleigh was sleeping right next to her. Hours of searching turned into days, then weeks, months passed, and now.
So I just want to say something real quick, and I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but you think about that. She's saying that the front door was open, that it was like that there was like a brick or something holding the door open. Now, are you think that someone came in and got the kid or anything? No, never, didn't happen. If it doesn't make sense, it probably didn't happen when it comes to true crime. There's no such thing as a coincidence in true crime. Very, very, very rarely.
Years, there's been no sign of Haleigh. After all these years, the wall dedicated to Haleigh inside her great-grandmother's home has grown. And these two women have been steadfast in their belief Haleigh is still alive.
And there are too many children in the past year since she's been gone that have been found, and they've been gone longer than she has. But there they were. They were alive. Why can't I keep believing that she's alive? Those children were. And they came back to their families. We just have to wait for our turn, for her to come back to us, for somebody to have the guts or the heart, whatever it takes, to tell us where she is or how to find her.
That pain, you just feel it sitting across from them. Every time I've interviewed them, it's always been the same.
Someone just said, wasn't Haleigh's cousin found dead recently as well? Was it foul play? I honestly do not know. I do not know. But these grandmothers, their heart is broke. So many years, and it broke my heart. There's been other cases that people have been gone longer and they were found out to be alive. Why can't I have hope? And my heart really just breaks for her. Right? But what's the probability of that? It's very, very low, especially in my opinion, because of the stepmother and because it just does not make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Same. There was never any evidence that Haleigh died, and her body has never been found, as I mentioned. And it's why her grandmothers think that she was kidnapped and just hasn't been able to get away. They hope that now that she is 18 and adult, that she will be able to make her way home. If you have any information about Haleigh Cummings' whereabouts or what happened to her 12 years ago in Putnam County, please call Northeast Florida Crime Stoppers by dialing 1-888-277-8477.
I know you've kept in touch with investigators through the years. They have their own theories?
They certainly do, and we have talked about it for a number of years here. I want to be very clear. I mean, they do believe that Haleigh Cummings is dead. As much as her family doesn't want to believe that, they believe that something happened to her and that she died that night, February 10th of 2009. They also believe that the last person to see her alive, Misty Crosland, has not told them everything about what happened. But she was never charged. She has always denied any wrongdoing. She is currently serving time in prison, a long sentence on an unrelated drug trafficking charge.
And she doesn't get out of jail for, what, another 10 years?
Yeah, 2031 is her release date. Now, Haleigh's dad, also in prison for drug-related charges, gets out next year. He loves Haleigh, he says, and he plans to look for her as soon as he gets out. Much more on this story, by the way. Look.
So that's that. I don't remember the whole story, but didn't the stepmom go out to a party? There was a party previous to her going missing that day. It was on a video on Nana's Angels channel when they were talking about the people being related to each other. Pruitt is related to Marlena Crawford and so on. Okay, I'm confused. Yeah, the stepmom did go to a party. Yeah, 2009. So you can see how just the similarities with these two cases. It's there's not a lot of evidence, but there's also not a lot to prove that the kids, or Haleigh was taken or hurt. There's no evidence. There's just no evidence, and it's one of those things. You can't redo a case. If you charge them for murder and You don't get a conviction. You don't get to do it again. Precious Chaos says, thank you, Precious Chaos. Her cousin was found dead in 2020. Wow. It's just a tragedy. Do you know if there was foul play or if it was just natural or like self-induced? I really don't know. Okay, so let's move on to. Hold on 1 second. My thing's not wanting to work right now. All right, there we go. It is heartbreaking, always late. Absolutely. Yes. Dolly now says firmly that he does not believe Summer was abducted. When you are there, guys, that hill is, the house is up there way too far. Statistically, by itself alone, statistically, it is almost unheard of that anyone is abducted on a dead end road. Why? Because the abductor corners themselves in. You corner yourself in. You know, if you're in a car with and you abduct someone, you can only go one way out. Well, the police is only coming one way in because there's only one way in and one way out. It's so improbable. And it's in the middle of nowhere, essentially. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, he did say you couldn't see the banner because of the weeds in the trees. And Dolly, God bless him. Wonderful, wonderful human being Dolly is. He wants to be able to clear it. He says that the grass is very tall, and that it appears as no one is living there. So, just a very, very sad situation. Hold on, my computer's not. It's running slow. I don't know what's wrong with it. Bear with me. She was sold. My StreamYard is giving me a little bit of issue right now. Okay. Maybe not. So I'm just going to talk for a second and hopefully it'll work its way out. If not, I'll leave the studio and come back. Why don't the police care more? Are they being held back by local bureaucracy in the Wells case? Lindsay, honestly, I really believe that the police do care. I mean, I just think this is a really hard case. In my personal opinion, I wish that Hawkins County would just hand this off to strictly the TBI and let them navigate it on their own. That way, more bureaucracy would be out. But you know, it's just one of those things. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Nope. They know way more than we do, I think. Yeah, I would agree with that girl. Can they just waterboard Don to get him to talk? I'm just kidding, but oh my God. You know, I understand how you feel. I definitely understand how you feel. Yes. Lawson did get reelected, but, the problem was there was nobody that ran against Lawson. So it's kind of easy to win. He's been I actually don't remember how long Lawson has been been the sheriff of Hawkins County. But interestingly, I see you. What was the year that Hawkins County got? Was it best police force of the year? They actually won an award out of the entire state. Maybe that could be just because of the way their numbers were or whatever, and it may have not been looking into more. 2017, I think ICU thinks so. Just a few years ago. So great. Hold on one second. Okay, so he's been in law enforcement. Okay, December 2017. Single Mama Force says he's been in law enforcement for 44 years. But I can guarantee you he has never seen a case like this in 44 years. I just wish we were looking at law charges. We're looking at charges instead of wondering about something. I know. I agree. Yeah. His dad was sheriff for about 20 years. Yes. Yeah. He said that their press release that was their fourth term. How long is a term there? I don't know how long a sheriff's term is there. That is a good question, yes. I can't help but wonder if corruption keeps Lawson there and unchallenged. It's possible. ICU says 4 years each term. So he's been sheriff for 16 years. Or if this is his fourth. So probably 13 years he's been sheriff then. Because he just won. So 3 full terms, and then this is his 4th term. So he's on his 13th year. But sadly, this is the way that it works for these counties. I'm going to try to fix my StreamYard. I may go black for a second because it's not letting me share or anything. So let me see. Okay. And that did not fix it. Perfect. All right. Well, guys, every button is working right now except for my share and invite button. It's got a little box, but you can see You can see like a little clear box. It's weird, but I can't do anything. So I wanted to invite people up, but my share and my invite button aren't working, and the leave studio button. My in broadcast video is or button is working, but not the leave studio button. So it's always great when that stuff happens on a live, right? I wanted to go over the Alabama Vicky White and the escaped inmate Casey Cole White. They think that she could possibly be in disguise. So let me try one more time and see if this will work. Crappiola. I'm going to try to do it another way. Still not. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, it's not working. There's like this little box that's there, but you can't see, like, I can see completely through it, but it's like, it just, I don't know. It's weird. Let me see if I can take a picture of my phone. I don't know if you can see it, but my phone is cracked. But there's like a little box. It's like a clear crap. It's like a clear box that's like right here. It's like right through here. And it won't let me do anything. So yes. All right, guys. So I guess I'm going to have to jump off here because I can't show you guys anything else. I'm sorry. I gotta work it out. Our lives are hurry up and wait. Yeah. Yeah, Dolly should be going live here in a little bit. I hope you guys go see him. And yeah, I'm going to have to restart my computer and everything. And then I have all my stuff. So, yes, please go to Dolly when he goes live in a little bit. I will be so excited to see what comes of him. Justin, I love how your voice is so calming, and I believe that inmate has already killed the guard based upon past record. Police are looking for two. That would be easier for one to hit him. Thank you very much, CKOC. You are very kind. Yes, it's very likely that it's very possible that he could have done something to her. I think he just used her. There is no love, you know what I mean, with him. So there's a lot of people having issues with YouTube and StreamYard. They're not wanting to code and sync today, so just be careful, creators. I don't know if I'll be back tonight, Polly, but if anything breaks like tremendously, of course I'll be back. But if not, then I will be back tomorrow. Guys, I am so thankful for each of you. Oh, you're very kind, Enigma. Thank you. Just really, thank you for being here for the victims. That is the main thing. Try not to let the people who want to create chaos confuse you. Stick to the facts, and we will find justice as long as we are always searching and marching toward it. So, God bless you all. Thank you so much. Have a good night.